Poetry and code are so similar in context and line breaks, stanzas.
Indentation, even word choice.
And that's why we consider ourselves code poets.
Left bracket, question mark, PHP. End if, semicolon, question mark, right bracket.
I look for certain things in both poetry and code. Meaning, purpose, structure.
They should be lightweight and elegant, not bogged down by lines and lines of garbage.
And personally, I find it helpful to actually write poetry about code. I call this one Stopping by 25-inch Monitor on a Snowy Evening. The code is lovely, dark, and deep, but I have uptime promises to keep. And miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Now, who has Adderall? In the beginning, I'm not worried about the little things like, does my code work? Is it functional? I care about the big picture, the overall arc of a story. Like an M. Night Shyamalan movie, my code has 3 acts and then a surprise ending.
Oh, and the ending is a little boy saying, "I see dead code." Code doesn't work, really.
Yeah, but those are details in the beginning. That's why we turn to AppDynamics. It gives us real-time insight into our app. How it's performing, how it's being used, where it needs help.
And it needs a lot of help.
Yeah.
How do I code thee? Let me count the ways. I code thee with the passion I put to use in watching Game of Thrones. I code thee with Doritos and Red Bull. And if God choose, I shall but code thee better after death. Or even in unscheduled downtime. I code.
I've actually been inventing new forms of code poetry. C++ sonnets, Python haikus, and JavaScript limericks. There once was a man from Nantucket whose code was so bad they said,